throw, sets his feet, fires, and it is caught. Tackle made by Arndt near the 29-yard line, close to the first down marker.
Right out of the bat, Furman wanted to go with a seam route along the left sideline to Dodderman, but it was well covered.
The Owls wearing all black tonight. Special occasion uniform, and the Orioles wearing all white. Second down in the yard. And the give upfield, lots of colliding bodies. As Tyler Strupp gets the first down on a gain of about 5. And they move the ball back further, actually about a gain of 3. First down from the 32-yard line. As far as Hartford's defense is concerned, they seem to have had some great outings throughout the entire season. What do they have to do today to be successful against the Owls offense?
What that Hartford likes to do is they like to play very tight press coverage and almost kind of a cover 3 look.
First down they give. Fighting forward for extra yards. Looks like he got about 3 out to the 35-yard line. This is Strupp again with the carry. So the Owls starting tonight with Tyler Strupp in the backfield. We've seen Avery Kurth the whole year up to this point. Strupp did have a couple of the more explosive plays last week, but as you said, the run game wasn't exactly the prominent attack for the Owls against Whitefish Bay last Friday.
And just the passing game was really what kept Slinger in it. And if they didn't have a passing game, that part of the game would have been very one-sided.
Second down and 7, and there's a flag. And it's early movement. False start on the Owls. They move the ball back 5, back to the 30-yard line. Second and 12.
See, with this defensive look from Hartford, from what I saw on tape, and even talking to Coach Jacqueline about this last night, is they leave their middle linebacker almost kind of like on an island. If you can kind of isolate him to where you want him to go, you can really do some pretty big damage. I mean, for example, you can throw Dodderman into a swing route, and you can force the middle linebacker to cover Aiden Dodderman, and that is a mismatch all day long.
Dodderman split far left, nearest to your screen. On second and 12, Fairman passes, tipped and almost intercepted. Jackson Hilvers with the tip. Pass intended for Wiest. Third down and long.
I think almost even that pass might have been trying to go to Dodderman, but it was missed so badly. Dodderman was running about a 7 or 8 yard hook route, and he hadn't breaking out of his route when the ball came, but the ball was about 2 or 3 feet to the inside.
9 minutes, 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. The Owls faced with their first third down of the evening.
27% on the season in that category.
Fairman takes a shot for Dodderman, and he catches the ball past the 40-yard line. Welcome back, Aiden Dodderman. Down to the 38-yard line, and the Owls get the first down.
Nice little 35-yard pickup for the Slinger Owls and Aiden Dodderman. You mentioned the Jackrabbits of South Dakota were the first D1 team to offer him a scholarship. So big congrats to Aiden on that. And also this week, he was named a semifinalist for the state's Al Toon Award as given to the state's best senior wide receiver.
Fairman takes a shot, almost has Dodderman again, just outside of his reach.
That was definitely an area on tape that I saw that you could really be vulnerable. It's because Hartford plays so close to the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they only have just one safety, maybe not even any safeties beyond 7 or 8 yards because they play so tight to the line of scrimmage. That really opens up the middle of the football field for a slant route, just like what we just saw. Unfortunately, Slinger just could not connect.
And you gotta wonder, with a guy as talented as number 3 for Slinger, maybe press coverage without any safety help isn't the best route to defend him We'll see how it develops as Strupp gets this carry. Down near the 31-yard line, Tyler Strupp. On a nice first down carry, the tackle is made by A.J. Pepin. 3rd down and 2.
That was a good hole over the right side between the center and the guard. Decent push, got the kick out. That was a good run up the middle for 8 yards, setting up 3rd and short.
This drive started 50 yards back at the 20-yard line. They're at the 30-yard line.
Last week, Slinger just ran for 30 yards in the entire game. They got 14 here on the first drive, so good start in the ground game for the Slinger Owls.
Empty backfield for Fairman here on 3rd.
5 wide, 4 on the right side.
Looking Dodderman's way, takes the shot for the end zone. Dodderman's got it. Touchdown, Slinger. And that didn't take long.
That is exactly what I saw on tape, and when I talked to Coach Jacklin about. He warned me you were going to see maybe 4 or 5 receivers. Unlike that's not a look we typically see on a Slinger, just because he wanted to spread this defense out for Hartford, because he felt that once you could get Dodderman and their other receivers on man coverage, they were going to win that, and that's exactly what happened.
Flag here on the extra point attempt. False start for the Owls. Their 2nd so far tonight.
False start on the Owls.
New kicker tonight. Looks like number 82, Kyle Schellinger, is going to be attempting at least this place kick. So now the ball set on the 15-yard line. This will be a 25-yard extra point attempt for Schellinger. Up. And no good. So 8:16 left in the first quarter. The Owls strike with a score, a 30-yard touchdown pass to Aiden Dodderman, and they lead 6-0. You gotta wonder, Nick, with Coach Redder's system, you know that's how they typically like to do things, but as you just mentioned, Slinger kind of breaking their norm on offense, throwing 5 wide receivers out. When you have such a dynamic receiver, maybe you have to make some adjustments as the game goes on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they make, because I think if they leave your corner on Dodderman man coverage with no safety help, he's going to burn them all night long. So Hartford is going to need to make some kind of adjustment, where they might have to bring a safety over the top, maybe do a little zone defense where they can have a corner underneath and a safety over the top. Because if they stay with that defense, you could see a big night out of Aiden Dodderman tonight.
Kick it from south to north, right to left on your screen.
It feels like football. We're just a few ticks above freezing. Badgers are playing at Camp Randall. It's good to have Big Ten football back.
No kidding. Ball is away. Down to the 25-yard line. A collision to recover. And the Orioles jump on top of it.
Something the Atlanta Falcons needed a little reminder of. In that Cowboys game a few weeks ago, where they just watched the ball roll past 10 yards. Sorry to all the Falcon fans that might be listening. Now, we got a text here from my father-in-law in Michigan saying that what a great night. We got Big Ten football with the Badgers playing Illinois in the Big Ten Network on his TV, and he's watching Slinger and Hartford on his computer. What a Friday night that is for a football fan.
No kidding. So the Orioles will start their first drive of the game at the 24-yard line. Austin Kutz, the quarterback. 6'5" sophomore. The handoff. Moving upfield, this is Adam Johnson with the carry.
Adam Johnson, ball carrier.
German with the tackle. Gain of 4, 2nd down.
You're going to see that formation a lot out of Hartford, a kind of a pistol, almost pro formation, where Kutz is about 2-3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll either do a delay handoff for a draw, or he'll pull it back and get ready to throw it. He's got great size, as we mentioned, 6'4", 170, but he does not like to run with it. So it's either hand it off to a receiver or throw it up for grabs for his first receiver.
Pepin with the carry. So Strupp and Murray get the tackle just past the 30, closer to the 31-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for the Orioles on their opening possession.
And because Coates is very predictable in the pocket with either doing a draw for a handoff or a short, quick pass, look to see Slinger bring a lot more pressure.
Dropping back to pass. Great protection as the pass is completed. But the tackle is made short of the line to gain by about a yard. Great tackle from Tyler Stanek in the open field. Henry Noyes with the catch. 4th down and a yard, and an early decision for Coach Redders and his staff.
I think he's setting out the punt team.
4th and a yard.
I think they're just too deep in their own territory to really do a punt, but be mindful of a potential fake.
Timeout on the field called by Hartford. A little bit of confusion from both teams there on that 4th and 1. 6 minutes and 14 seconds left in the opening quarter.
The father-in-law said that the Badgers are already up 7-0.
You know, I kind of assumed that the Badgers would be approaching this game with a little bit of anger following what happened last season, so...
Well, not only just that, just they've had for 4 or 5 weeks watch their other conferences, the ACC, the SEC, the Big 12, play football, and they're sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
So talk about having the
bad,
itch to get on the field tonight. I'm sure, and I saw a tweet here about from Camp Randall. It just doesn't look the same without 80,000 fans there, but it's something. We got Big Ten football back. Should be a good weekend for college football too. There's a lot of great matchups, but more importantly, especially for the fans around here, the Big Ten's back. And I heard kind of on the radio that don't be surprised to see Wisconsin run the table and get to the Big Ten championship game. So that'll be interesting.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Which probably means another matchup with Ohio State if that's the case.
A.J. Arnold booted away. Avery Kurth back to receive. The punt is away. It's high, but it is a shallow punt. That could be trouble for the returning team. Bounces at the 40, goes back and forth, and at the 41, it is down. And Slinger will start their second drive of the night from their own 41-yard line. 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Well, that ball just hung up there. The wind is kind of blowing from south to north, so once the ball got up there, it just kind of died and it almost kind of hung there.
So as we go to the second drive for the Owls, the first drive, as you might have imagined, was all Aiden Dodderman.
Yeah, caught 2 passes, 65 yards, including the final 30 for the touchdown.
And you can see, if you're watching the Orioles defensive backs and linebackers kind of pointing back towards their end zone as to infer they need to defend the deep ball. Still got press coverage near side of your screen. That's Jackson Hilvers. And on the handoff to Derek Weiss, cuts back upfield, past the 45, and lowers his shoulder, finishing the play. The tackle is made by Nicholas Frey.
49 to midfield.
That was great patience by Derek and any good athletic ability to break the tackle. It looked like that had a play of negative yardage written all over it, but Weiss was very patient and showed some athleticism to break that tackle and get it upfield for a big 9-yard gain.
And Weiss, one of the players we mentioned in the pregame, who stepped up big time last week, he gets another touch out to the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Hilvers defending Dodderman up top. Give, and Strupp gets a gap past the 35 and is taken down. A.J. Pepin with the touchdown saving tackle at the 33-yard line. Tyler Strupp with a huge gain there of 17.
Yeah, when I watched the tape on Hartford this week, it just did not seem that they were very strong defensively up the middle. And we've seen a couple big plays in the ground game already just because they ran it right at the nose tackle and the 2 defensive tackles here for Hartford. Slinger already showing lots of success running the ball, 40 yards already, which exceeds their 30 yards that they got the entire game last week against Whitefish Bay.
A first down, Fairman. He's going to take a shot. overthrows Dodderman over to the right sideline. Looks like a little communication occurred there. Fairman probably thought that Dodderman was heading towards the sideline.
Yeah, almost from what it looked like you said, Furman maybe is expecting kind of an out route where Dodderman kind of ran a stop and go route and planned to go down the seam a little bit. So like you said, probably a little miscommunication on the correct route on that play.
2nd down and 10. They give it to Strupp. Tackle is made in the gap by Bryce Schmidt for the Orioles. Down to the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for Slinger.
I was just wondering what might be the issue with Avery Kurth, the team's leading rusher, hadn't touched the ball, but he just came off the sideline. He's in the huddle right now for this 3rd and 6.
We're used to seeing Strupp and Kurth more or less split carries. So far tonight, it's been all Tyler Strupp in the backfield and spread out again for the Owls.
So make the adjustment here on the bottom of the screen. Hartford now wants double coverage on Dodderman.
Fairman throws. Weist wide open in the middle of the field to the 10, to the 5, and to the end zone for 6. Derek Weist scores, and the Owls make the adjustment to beat the adjustment. And no answers so far for the Owls' offensive attack.
See, what Hartford had to do is because they recognized that the Slinger was going to try and do Dodderman on probably a seam route, just by learning from the previous play. So you had the safety that slid over to the top. That opened up the middle of the field for Slinger to hit the seam or hit the slant route to Weist. And that was an easy score for Slinger, 13-0 now.
Extra point is good, and now 13-0 is the score. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the opening quarter. And the battle for Highway 60 is all Slinger early. Tonight is Coaches versus Cancer night as well, where we take the battle off of the gridiron and take it to Cancer. We do as many things as we can to help fight the battle, and one thing that we do is normally we have a raffle for this game, but since we don't have the typical in-person attendance, it will be online this year, with bidding for items beginning on Tuesday,